So welcome back to Ammertime. I don't think I'm ever going to get used to that. So yeah, we're back. We're going to talk about our games at Skålund
Dragon Factory 9-day tournament.
Thank you. Yeah, so we're just going to talk about our games now. So maybe Patrick, you want to talk about your first game?
No.
Was it that bad?
No, the first game was really good, actually.
Who are you playing?
I was playing against the Demon Army. It was a demon of... No, it was... Actually, it had two casters of the Law of Lust with some demonettes in.
The Law of Lust.
Law of Lust. Or Path of Lust.
Path of Lust.
Yes. In a big block of demonettes.
Yeah.
Then he had some... what's it called? The monsters. Monstrous beast things of lust. I don't know.
The lustful beasts.
Yeah. I don't know. Some beast of the new beast of Slanish.
Yeah.
Then he had the corn cavalry stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know the new names of it.
Blood Crushers.
Blood Crushers.
We'll stay with the old names for now. I don't know why they changed it.
Blood Crushers, and then he had the flying what is it called? Seekers.
Flying Seekers.
Yeah, flying skirmish.
The Screamers.
Screamers, yeah, Screamers, and
the flappy dinosaur things.
Yeah, they drop rocks all the time.
They do some
shooting attack when they fly over.
Is that the same as before?
I don't know how it was before, but they used it a lot.
I think it was like D3 strength 4 or something.
And then he had a shooting unit.
In a demon army.
In a demon army.
Okay.
He had horrors of what is it called? Change.
Yeah.
Change. Horrors of change, and they shoot. And apparently they can shoot at different ranges, up to 30 range, and with different strengths, and with multi-shot.
So how do they...
And multi-shot, and quick to fire.
Are they volley fire?
No, they don't have volley fire, but they also cast spells, and they are core.
Okay, so that's probably going to be the power unit. Like, how does the shooting actually work?
It's you can pick if you want to use multi-fire or not.
Okay.
And then you obviously you're gonna walk forward with them, move forward.
It's quick to fire.
Yeah, because it's quick to fire. And then you're gonna say how far away is it?
Yeah.
And if you just need 18 of range, you can shoot with strength 5.
What?
And
strength 5?
Yeah.
What's that ballistic skill? 3.
But it's still strength 5. If you have 20 of them with multi-shot, and some of them will hit.
So 40 strength 5 shots.
On range 18.
Probably hitting on a 4 or a 5.
5, 6 is with multi-shot on long range.
Yeah, 5 at long range.
6 is with
6
multi-shot.
is with multi-shot.
But you can have
strength 5.
40 shots of strength 5.
Fuck.
In core. And they cast spells too.
And it's Wizard Conclave.
Wizard Conclave, yeah.
Okay.
So that was
what was his characters?
He had a a character of Wrath on a Juggernaut.
In the unit, I
guess. The unit with the Crushers.
And that gives him hatred?
Yeah.
Okay.
So they reroll to hits in the first round of combat. And then he had the two mages.
Yeah.
And apparently the mages are really good at fighting.
Yeah, the Slanish.
Yeah, or the Lust.
Oh, yeah.
Because when they cast spells, they get an extra attack.
So they're 2 attacks, web skill 5.
I think they were more than 2 attacks.
Oh, they're heralds, aren't they? So they're three attacks. It's like a hero.
Yeah.
It's like a hero. So 3 attacks, web skill 5, and then they get an extra weapon skill and attack.
No, they get extra attack and initiative.
Attack and initiative.
And then they can also get an extra armor piercing.
Oof.
And somehow he had +1 to wound on them, which is really good.
Okay, so that's a pretty solid army. How did that go for you?
Actually, in the first game, it went really good. I thought I had him out deployed. But I was wrong.
Famous last words.
So I kind of went forward with my army into the Crushers. And then I...
Good plan.
Good plan.
I'm just going to walk my army into some save 5 sword save cavalry with like 10 attacks each.
I walked in there with my Temple Guards. And I forgot to dispel the remains in play spell called Frenzy, Hysterical Frenzy.
Okay, so they had an extra
which he doubled because he had it as a bounce spell too. So they had double Frenzy on the units.
How many attacks each?
Too many.
So it's probably 3 from Blood Crusher and then 2
from
the Rider?
The Rider has 2 and the Monster has 3, and then you add 2 to each, so that's +4, so that's 9.
9 strength 5 attacks. Oh my god.
The Monster has strength 6 in the first round.
Yeah.
So anyway, I killed them eventually, and my unit didn't die.
Okay, with the slam.
With the slam, yeah. But then, it was kind of a push, and we killed
Each
a
other.
lot.
Yeah. How
And
did you deal with the horrors?
with I didn't touch the horrors.
You
The
just
horrors
left
were
them?
just shooting all game at nothing important, of nothing really.
Okay.
They didn't really do anything.
So I guess you out-deployed him in that respect.
Yeah, but I should have deployed differently, and maybe I should have just killed the horrors instead of going after the crushers.
Okay, so first feelings about the demons. What do you reckon?
The monster's cavalry is better now. They have a 3+ armor save and a 5+ ward save.
And they have a lot of attacks.
A lot of attacks, and they have the spell that will give them even more attacks. It's really good.
Is that a banner or?
No, it's you can have it as a bound item apparently,
Okay.
and you can also just pick the Law of Lust.
Yeah.
And the Law of Lust attribute is an extra attack, which you could give to your character in the unit, for example.
Okay, and you can actually. You said he had a character in the unit.
In the unit of crushers, yeah.
Okay. And anything interesting happened in the game? Anything you can take away from it?
I don't really remember the first game that much.
We were both pretty hungover.
We were pretty hungover. We killed each other pretty much, and the game was okay. He had it was a minor victory to him.
Yeah.
I think he won with 200 victory points, something like that.
Okay, so in this tournament there was a massacre was 3 points.
Yeah.
A major victory was 2 points. And
Minor victory was 1
1
point.
and 0 for a loss or a draw.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So my first game, I played Tomb Kings. The list wasn't very optimal, I don't think. I think he was just trying some stuff out. Some snakes and a necrosphinx and a war sphinx and a unit of like a bunker with the wizards in. I pretty much just pushed my army forwards, and he came to meet me, which was interesting. We fought, he died, and I won pretty much. He managed to charge the Star Dragon off. He took it down to 1 wound, and then charged it with a Sphinx, and I ran away, and I fled off the board.
Fled off the board with the Star Dragon.
Yeah. And so
Nice.
that was pretty much the only points he got. But the Sea Guard, they came in, did their thing. They came in behind the bunker, which was sat at the back. They came in and shot them, hitting on a 3+, because they were quick to fire. Because you're pretty much going to be short range when you come on the field when he's stood at the back. And he decided not to turn and face them. I think it had some silver helms or something that was going to charge him in the front. Or maybe it was the Dragon Princes actually. I think they were going to charge him in the front. But they ended up getting blocked. But then the next turn the Sea Guard charged in and just killed the unit. And maybe I can't remember, with BSB or someone else came in as well and took the unit off, and that was the game. Like turn 3 pretty much. He was starting to crumble.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so that was
it was a fast game.
it was a pretty fast game. Actually, all my games are really fast, but I think that's only because I have 4 units and the
All
dragon.
my games were really long.
You have all
I
these
had
little
so many units all over the place.
Yeah, I think I was finished first every round actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was really hungover, so I don't remember so much about that game. But I think the highlight was the Sea Guard just surprised me, came on, and just went to town. It was so good. A Weapons Master, -1 to hit. Don't need the spears when I'm in 2 ranks and just charging in. So yeah, it was really good. The Silver Helms did pretty shit actually that game. They were fighting with a chariot and I couldn't kill it.
Oh yeah.
I charged in and they had 1 left by the end. And I was just like fighting, and there was just 1 Silver Helm at the end and the chariot's still there. Like, come on. I just couldn't kill it. I was hitting on a 2+, wounding on a 5 with my champion. It's like, just couldn't kill it.
Oh.
Just couldn't kill it. Yeah, so that was that. They ground out, and that's pretty much it. Nothing else interesting happened in that game. So yeah, second game, you wanna take away?
Yeah. It was against the Warriors of Chaos.
Was this the crazy corn unit army?
It was a crazy army. I mean, he had a unit of skull crushers, 4 of them. Then he had a big block of marauders with great weapons. He had like 40 or 50 or I don't know how many he had.
So they're hitting you.
A million marauders with great weapons. But he only had 1 unit. Then he had a lord and a manticore.
Is it good?
I don't know. I killed it.
How did you kill it?
I just shot it with the new Searing Doom.
Okay, yeah.
I just did 7 wounds to
Oh
it.
yeah, because the Manticore gets combined armor save.
Yeah, and just killed off in 1 magic
So
phase.
if you have a Manticore, does the Manticore actually have an armor save?
It's combined profile.
Yeah, but does
He
Manticore
had a 3+ armor save on it.
Okay, so that must have been like mounted and chaos armor, or
I don't know. I didn't ask him. I just killed it. He removed the model.
Sir Doom, take it off.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, fair enough.
Then he had what did he have? He had he had Chaos Warriors.
They're really good.
I don't. They fell off the board.
What, the corn ones?
No, the normal ones. I think they were Nurgle.
Okay.
They never saw combat. He just fled.
I think they were Nurgle.
And then he had favored ones.
Yeah, this is the
Stupid motherfuckers. I mean,
unit.
they have with extra hand weapons and a frenzy banner. They have 4 attacks each.
5 for the frenzy banner. No, 4
Four,
for the frenzy
four
banner.
each, and they have strength 6 until they lose combat.
Which they're not going to do.
And if you put a hero in there, which he did, the BSP, they can make support attacks with.
It's like a magic item, I think.
No,
He was telling me it's a magic item, or it's a power.
it's a magic power that all the lords and the heroes have.
Okay.
If you put them in a unit with something, it's called Inspiring Leader or something.
Yeah,
You can make supporting attacks with all your attacks.
but you get no rank bonus.
Yeah, but you don't need it when
Yeah.
you make 40 attacks.
So he had 50, strength 6, weapon skill 6, initiative 6 attacks.
Something like that. I don't know.
Coming
He
out
had
the
many.
front. And you killed them.
I killed him eventually, yeah.
Yeah.
But I had him set up. He had dragons also. I thought I was going first because of new deployment rules.
Yeah.
So I deployed my army pretty quick, and I had +4 to roll. Then we forgot to roll for Vanguard, so we had to roll again. And I rolled a 1, he rolled a 6, so we started the game. And I had deployed my army so I could go first.
Yeah.
So first turn, he charged his dragon ogres at my swarms. He killed them. He overran.
Splat.
And he ran 12. So he had dragon ogres in front of my army turn 1.
Okay, and is that a bad thing or a good thing?
It was actually pretty good for me.
Yeah, you can just charge in and take them off. They're not that
Yeah,
bad.
but they were in front of skinks.
Ah, okay. But you can poison them off.
Pretty bad. Yeah, they died eventually.
Yeah.
So I pushed forward with my army, and he fly over with the Manticore, and he has dragon. The dragon soldiers are actually more on the flank of my army because they were on the flank in front of some skinks.
Yeah.
So I have favored ones in front, chaos warriors in the front, marauders coming from the side, dragon ogres in my flank, skull crushers. Yeah, they were far away in a forest, fucking around. I mean, they didn't do anything. So
So he just rolled you over?
no, I won.
You won?
Yeah, because then I answered back and killed his general, and then I charged his chaos warriors, and for some reason he fled,
Okay.
and they just ran off the board.
How did you deal with the big unit of warriors with the 50 attacks?
I shot them,
Okay.
and then eventually I got a flank charge on them with some Source Warriors.
Yeah.
So I was charging the flank of the unit with 20 Source Warriors, and he could attack me with 3 guys, and he killed 7. And I killed, but I still killed 5 or 6 of them.
They're only toughness 4 with 4+ armor save,
Yeah.
so it's not too bad.
And then I had my BSB on a cold one with a great weapon come and finish them off.
Okay.
And then they died.
Yeah.
And then the skinks were really good because they only had 4+ armor save. So the skinks were shooting favored ones, they were shooting dragon ogres, they were shooting
Yeah, I
a
think
lot of different stuff.
the skirmishy, skinky, wood elf type armies, they're really good against these warriors with that.
Yeah.
Like,
But he did have a magic banner on his BSB that gave him +1 to movement to everything within 12.
wow, that's good for warriors. They're quite slow.
Yeah, but his army was actually quite fast. But bear in mind, he had deployed his 2 infantry units right in front of me.
Were you playing battle line?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the marauders didn't do anything. In the end, he only had his marauders left on the table.
Yeah.
And then it was a major victory to me.
Okay.
So that was a nice game.
That was a nice game. That was the only game that you won this tournament?
Yeah.
Okay, my game 2, I played High Elves again. Well, the first High Elf game. I can't really remember what happened this game. He had quite a shooty army with some Phoenix Guard, and I managed to get my dragon into his. He had some Sea Guard as well, but they didn't ambush. They just stood there and took it. The dragon and the dragon princes into the Sea Guard.
You played against High Elves in your second game?
Yeah.
There were 3 High Elf players?
Yeah, but that was Tobias, and he someone left, so he didn't play anymore.
Ah, okay.
He was like the dark elf, high elf type army,
Ah, yeah.
which is like looks like goblins as well.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, he had some Sea Guard, and he had level 4 on high magic, I think, and a BSB on a griffin. I saw that both high elf armies had BSBs on griffins. They weren't. His wasn't that good though. It was my dragon killed it. When he charged in and he realised that I had the nullification shard, he wasn't very happy.
Yeah, we were playing close lists.
Yeah, we were playing closed lists. If people asked, I told them I wasn't really that. I think it was a bit overpowered, so I was kind of like telling people if it was relevant.
Yeah, okay.
And yeah, he kind of the first turn his chariot charged my silver helms on a 6/6, and they were stuck there. And then the chariot overran into the dragon mage. Oh, he was just this one chariot. I don't think he even killed it by the end of the game. It was just one lion chariot just running around, charging everything, killing everything. But I managed to take all his points with my dragon and the dragon princes, and then the sea guard coming on behind just took off his archers, and I got a few good overruns and a few good combats, and just took most of his points off actually. And that was a minor victory to me. But he managed to kill the dragon princes and my dragon mage and all my small units. The shadow warriors were pretty good in this game. The poison's useful, just taking a few extra wounds off here and there. I think I killed a bolt throw with them. The Reavers didn't really do that much in general the whole tournament, but they were just useful, like flanking unit or something like that to get in the way. Yeah, that's the second game. Maybe just quickly, maybe we'll just go a bit faster through these now.
Yeah, third game.
We'll just get some highlights.
Yeah, I don't know what did I play against? I can't remember. I don't know. I lost. But
was it Tomb Kings again?
No, it was. We only played 4 games.
Yeah, 4 games first day.
4 games first day. No, the last game was Tomb Kings, and then I played Lasse.
Oh, you played Lasse?
Yeah, I played a Beastmen army, and yeah, well, Beastmen was it was quite fun. It was going quite good for me.
Yeah.
I managed to get his. He had a block of I don't know, Beastmen with strength 3, toughness 4 stuff.
Yeah, just the gores.
Then he had some guys with great weapons.
Yeah, I played the same on them.
So I managed to get his BSB and the great weapons on the run. They were fleeing, running away from the battle. Managed to poison off and kill off some chariots with my skinks and some cold one riders and stuff like that.
Any highlights?
Yeah, we got stuck in a big fight, and I bring my temple guards with slan and some heroes and cold ones and stuff like that. And things are not going well for me because he has life.
Yeah,
so all of a sudden he's regen and toughness 6, and I can't really. I'm winning combats, and then he just stays there, and we fight. And then I'm preparing to bring in my Source Warriors in the side. But they got.
I was watching this game. I remember.
But they got stuck in the woods by a hedge fiend. A wild hedge fiend appeared, and they couldn't kill this fucking dumb thing. So they were stuck there for half the game.
So maybe we should probably say something about the hedge fiend.
So the hedge fiend was.
It's a chaos spawn.
It's a chaos spawn, but it comes on the game when you want it to.
Yeah.
In a forest.
Yeah, it just comes up on the forest.
And it can't move.
It can't move the first turn, but then it's random movement 3d6.
Yeah, so it was just standing in the way. Really annoying. So his great weapon guys comes back in the fight and kills me.
Yeah. Okay. And then you I guess you lost that one.
I lost it. Yeah. Yeah. He killed everything in the end.
Yeah.
But half my temple guards were fighting alone, and the Saurus warriors couldn't really help.
Yeah.
And the Stegodon was stuck in between the Saurus warriors and the temple guards, so it was really bad that they couldn't charge.
Okay, it's just in the wrong place.
So that one hedge fiend fucked up everything.
The hedge fiend got in the way.
Yeah, I forgot about the hedge fiend. And what do you know? He had one more. So when I was stuck in one and the game was almost over, he just took one more into the Saurus warriors just for fun.
Just to hold him there a bit that longer. Okay, my third game, I played Beastmen again as well, but it was the other Beastmen army. Had a Minotaur, I won't call it a bus, it's more of a little squadron. 6 Minotaurs with a Doom Bull, like a Lord Minotaur and a Hero Minotaur. And my secret plan was to push my dragon up and then bring the Dragon Princes over from the side and try and flank the army and bring the Sea Guard in from the back. And this was working perfectly. Until I made like this fucking stupid mistake. So my dragon was stood there, and then they got a lucky charge, like a 6/6 or something from the Bestigor in the flank. There was no kind of downside. He may as well just do it, and he got in. but then he didn't challenge, and I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna eat your whole unit, which I did. They ran away, and then it was my turn, and then I could charge the dragon into the Minotaurs, which I did, and the dragon princes were being blocked by two like Ungor, they were just stood there, and then he had another unit behind the Ungor block. It was a Razorgore blocking it, and so my idea was that I wanted to get sandwich the Minotaurs with the dragon princes. So the dragon princes in the side of the Minotaurs and the dragon in the front. But if I kill the Ungor, then I'd overrun into the Razorgore. So in my shooting, my magic, I had to kill the Razorgore to overrun in the combat phase, so I could fight twice. But what happened was I killed the Razorgore, and then I did my dragon combat first, so I forgot to overrun into the. I forgot to do it, and I was like, as soon as I was like, no, set up, I was gonna win, and then it all fell apart. But
you won anyway.
But yeah, the dragon ended up chomping the Doom Ball, and they all ran away.
But Doom Ball is quite hard, isn't it?
Not when it's not got any magic items.
Ah, exactly. Yeah.
It's just toughness 5 with 4 wounds and a 4+ armor save.
Yeah, so it goes down.
Yeah.
Take it off.
Take it off. Yeah, and the dragon princess came in eventually, and they actually got charged in the rear by some gore, but then they still have 2 attacks each.
Yeah.
And they died as well. Sea God came on and just finished the job. Yeah, really, that was a pretty solid game from me actually. I'd say the highlight was my BSB taking a rock to the face and dying in a puff of feathers.
Okay.
Was it the Cygor that shoots a rock? The stone thrower? Yeah, he just threw a rock at my BSB and killed it in one turn.
Bam.
Yeah, ordnance, take it off.
Yeah. Oh.
That was sad. So last 2 games, let's just go quickly. Highlights.
Yeah, so last 2 games, the 4th game I played against Tomb Kings. And Tomb Kings had a boss of snake stuff. I don't know, some guys on snakes riding with 2 characters also on monster snakes.
Yeah.
And it ran over my army. He had a.
What did we say earlier? The snake train.
The snake train.
Snakes on a train.
Snakes on a train, and he combined that with a giant with a strength 7 bow throw.
Yeah, the giant can get a bow.
And he shot off my BSB in turn 1, I think.
Yeah, always hits a 5+.
What? Yeah, always hits a 5+. And then he finished off my. He had some stalkers coming on the table, finishing off my cavalry, and then he had a catapult just killing stuff also.
Okay, so just generally.
Yeah, he had better ranged attacks than me, and the boss was not. I was not prepared for the boss. I mean, the boss was not. It could have been dealt with, but he got the charge, and then he forced through the spell that gives him +1 to weapon skill and wound and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There's number 6 spell in the Path of Sands.
Yeah, really good.
Then he just took everything down.
Okay, yeah. My 4th game was against Lasse as well. The highlight was the BSB charging out of the unit against 7 Shadow Warriors, and we had a bit of a discussion whether Lasse said, "Oh, the unit's in the woods, so he gets cover," and I was like, "Well, he's not in the woods. He's sticking out the woods," and I was like, "Okay, well, let's just roll the dice and see what I roll, and then we can decide if it's in cover or not." And I rolled my dice, and I got 5 6s, and they got poison attacks. So that was 5 wounds, and BSB got killed. Just like a Centaur BSB, something like that. 4+ arm save, 4+ ward save. 7 Shadow Warriors just pew pew pew.
Didn't I kill Frost Phoenix on the standard shoot against you once?
Yeah.
With skinks?
Poison attacks is crazy.
Yeah, I just rolled loads of 6s that one turn, and they just took it off. And I think the dragon in this game just charged into the big unit of gore, and he couldn't cast magic, and none of his items worked, and I just ground him out. And eventually I just got enough stuff in there that broke everything, and I just ran everything down in one turn pretty much by the end of the game.
Yeah.
That was the end of day 1. We had 4 games that day.
Yeah.
And then 1 game today.
Yeah, so really quick.
At this point, I'm on 9 points.
I'm on 2.
So I was winning the tournament at this point.
Yeah, and I was in the last game I was fighting to not come last.
Which you lost.
And I lost. But then we tied for the last place.
Yeah.
So I played against the same demon army, and this game the board was different. It was really, really blocked by hills and impassable terrain. So there was really only one path to go, which he filled out with his crushers and his demonettes. And the crushers just ran me down. And then I ran down. The Crushers killed all the Temple Guards in the slam. And then I killed the Crushers with the Stegodon and the Saurus on a cold one.
And then they got killed.
And then in the end we killed all the Demonettes, and he finished off blowing up his mage and killing all my Saurus warriors.
Everything died. So what was left on the table at the end?
At the end of the table, there were like 3 Saurus cavalry and 1 Saurus guy on a cold one, and he had a chariot and mage.
Everything died.
No, he had the horrors also.
And the horrors were sat there at the back.
That's why he won.
Yeah.
Yeah, because of the horrors.
Okay.
But everything else just died.
So I played another mirror match in my last game, and it did not go well for me. He had a Star Dragon, 30 White Lions, loads of characters, a BSB on Eagle, a BSB on a Griffin, 2 Bolt Throwers, and about 40 Archers. And he had loads of Archers. Maybe too many Archers.
He only had Archers for core.
Yeah.
He doesn't have any other models.
Yeah. So it was a really hard matchup for me. He just stood there in the corner, and I pushed forwards, and then realised that if I push forwards anymore, I'm going to get killed. So I tried to conserve points, because obviously I was winning the tournament at this point, and the only way I could win was by getting 1 point. I needed 1 point to win the tournament. And so I tried to save some points, and everything went wrong. The Sea Guard didn't come on until the 4th or 5th turn, and I ended up just standing at the back so they didn't get killed. The Dragon Mage blew himself up, went down the hole in the first turn.
Oh yeah. Slant jumped in the hole in the first game.
In the last game, yeah. My Dragon I couldn't pass armor saves on my Dragon. I think he did 10 wounds on my Dragon at strength 3 or strength 4, and I only passed 3 armor saves in 10 wounds from various things. What else went wrong? I couldn't save strength 3 saves on my Silver Helms. My Shadow Warriors got magicked off. Yeah, everything went badly for me. I got completely wiped out. I think I did 4 wounds on his Star Dragon with my shooting, but yeah, it just didn't go well for me. I think I killed 5 Swordmasters and a unit of Reavers the whole game.
So you didn't win the game, but you won the tournament.
Yes, we were all on 9 points, the 3 of us, and the guy who beat me, he was also on 9 points, but he was the tournament organizer.
Yeah, so he withdrew.
So he didn't want to win, which is nice for me. And Lasse was also on 9, but I beat Lasse in the previous game, which meant that I got the tiebreaker head-to-head. So that was the end of the tournament. So maybe we just take a break here?
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, it was really good.
Found out what to do and what not to do.
Yeah, my list was kind of luckily really good and made some mistakes, but yeah, I think we learned a lot, and we're really positive about 9th Age. So we'll take a break here, and we'll come back to you with a final wrap up in a minute.